Severe weather stretching from the Midwest to the South and the Northeast, bringing both tornadoes and historic flooding. ABC's Gio Benitez is in Linwood, Kansas with the very latest. Good morning, Gio. So much destruction.
So much of it, Amy. Good morning to you. This is what an F4 tornado did here just days ago. One of the strongest storms in the season. Just take a look. This house is just torn apart. Those rooms completely exposed. Now, over the past 2 weeks, we've seen nearly 400 tornadoes from coast to coast.
Okay, there's a tornado that's touched down here.
A barrage of severe storms striking overnight. Tornadoes touching down for a 13th straight day. This was the scene in Canton, Texas. You can see a structure being torn apart.
Oh, power flashes, power flashes.
That twister mangling traffic lights, destroying this gas station. Luckily, none of the gas pumps igniting. In Iowa, this twister tearing across a road. In Illinois, straight line winds were powerful enough to flip a small airplane. A tornado near Kansas City Tuesday was a powerful EF4 with winds up to 170 miles per hour. That tornado on the ground for 32 miles, leaving a trail of destruction. Flood warnings are in effect this morning along the Arkansas River, which is now at historically high levels, more than twice as high as it was just 10 days ago. And right now, every county in Oklahoma is under a state of emergency, with more rain threatening already swamped areas. And we know of at least 2 storm-related deaths this morning. One woman in West Virginia was killed by a tree while getting her mail, and a driver in Kentucky was killed when a roof came flying onto the road. And that is why it is just so important for you to stay indoors during these severe storms, because anything, any little piece of debris can just turn into a deadly object.
Alright, we're gonna say Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
We'll give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kafadash. Barakatah, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who rule very well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to you. Let Akim, man, preach this word, putting your life on the line for this truth, giving all diligence for this thing of ours. And blessings to you, Akim. I'm here with our 2 brothers, man.
Shema.
These are brothers in GMS St. Louis, and here, as you know, we're on our watch, being a humble servants. We're given due diligence to do this work, man, any way we can. So as you can see, there's all types of floods going around the United States right now. Okay.
Right.
So that's what's going on, and that's just prophecy. We're filtering what's happening around the world through the scriptures, man. You see it on the screen. This video, the Midwest, some parts of the Northeast, the East Coast, going down towards the South, if you will.
That's right.
Texas and things of that nature. So death and judgment is going out. So it would be you Israelites, to catch on and repent, because we live in the last days, man. And the Lord, He's coming in all types of ways, through floods and hurricanes, tornadoes, all these types of different things, man.
Right.
Okay.
Earthquakes, pestilence.
That's how the Lord is visiting the planet Earth, man.
I got to preach it.
How Lord.
This is Book of 2nd Esdras 9:1. The brother will get that on the screen. It reads, he says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Okay, he said measure by the time diligently in itself, man. Seeing the part of the signs pass. So we're measuring diligently what's going on. What is it lining up to? Is it lining up to things that what's foretold in the scriptures? Yes, it is. So those are the signs, man. As you can see. And earthquakes and tornadoes are one of the most deadliest things to encounter. I haven't personally encountered that, but we are living in a state where it's likely to happen to a tornado to come across you, man.
Jeff City, Missouri just got towed up. A car dealership. Millions of dollars.
Yep.
Not even just the car dealership, just the whole state of Georgia.
Right.
And that's only 2 hours away.
That's right, yep. We got the Akim out there, so hey, Lord willing, they ain't touched. Nothing happened to them, but these Americans be good. Dang.
Most of those are brand new cars and they never even been driven. Don't even got 10 miles on them, The cars range from like 15,000 to what? 40, 50,000. And I'm gonna give you like a platinum truck package.
That's the Most High bringing down destruction upon these Edomites, because as we know through history, these Edomites here in Missouri, they were the last ones to release us from slavery. And then, of course, you had the ones of them who were slick, who still kept our people under slavery even after it was illegal to do so. So this is Yahweh Shai visiting the earth, through these different signs and wonders of destruction. And we know, of course, it's seasonal. You got different seasons for different things, but when the Lord is doing stuff like this, tearing up shit, causing millions and billions of dollars worth of damage over and over again, you know that it's something from on high.
That's right.
Just like last year, it was flooded last year too, right? Mm-hmm. I think it did millions of dollars of damage last year too. These Edomites built it back again, and the Lord destroyed it right again, or took it to different spots to destroy it.
So the scripture says, the Lord said, Edom is going to build up, he's going to throw down.
That's right, God.
It's a little bit more on 2 Esdras. Okay. 3. It said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and the end, and the end is manifest. Right, so the end is manifest. Like we seeing the end take place like right before our very eyes. We got front row seats. We can see, like all these other people, they can't see the destruction that's happening. Right? Well, they see it, but they don't know that this society is gonna collapse. Like we do. They think we're gonna be in America, we're gonna grow old in this place, but we're not.
Oh yeah, man, because them dealership owners, they didn't know their property, their cars, their precious Toyotas and cars and Volkswagen was going to get destroyed that day. So that's all got to get replaced. Not the building, the cars, all that stuff. Got to get shit back there.
Yep.
So that's just, man, payback. Every time you see Esau stuff get destroyed, it's just like I feel no pity, because it's like you don't deserve it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Get that 39 with Ecclesiastes, man. Yeah.
Got Sirach 39:1, aka Ecclesiasticus. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy.
Exactly, man. Giving our mind over to the law of the Most High and occupied in the meditation thereof.
That's right.
So that's being occupied and seeing what's going on and meditating on it and knowing that's from a higher. That's something that's higher, not like the people like to say that's the mother god or Mother Nature, I meant to say. Like Mother Nature did that, or it's just tornado season, things of that
Things
nature.
happen,
But hey, these people don't have that wisdom. The Lord didn't give. The Lord hid that wisdom from them to notice these things, man.
Right.
These things are actually prophecies, and it reminds me of that one movie, 2012, I think it was, where you just seen like nothing but chaos within the environmental, like heavy snow and heavy tornadoes and floods and things of that nature.
Volcanoes, eruptions.
And the scriptures does say, hey, what if this place be already kindled when the Lord comes back? So there's gonna be all types of fires and things of that nature, man. That's wisdom, man. Meditating that, hey, we see this destruction good.
That's right.
We don't like anything this place to be. We're not looking for this place to be remanufactured and rebuilt up. Like the infrastructure, they need to build the roads and build. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool, but we don't care. Build the houses and the apartments. It's gonna get knocked right back down and flooded.
So I got a perfect precept.
Okay.
It's like
Brother, get it.
What's you got?
Malachi 1 and 4. Malachi 1 and 4, and it reads, it says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will resume and build desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Right, so the Lord said that you Edomites are going to try to build. And you Edomites are building. But the Lord is constantly throwing down. And He's doing that through these different so-called natural disasters. Which is really judgment from the Heavenly Father. You got the fires that happened last year. Matter of fact, was that last year? Matter of fact, that was
this year.
That was this year. That was the beginning of this year. Fires happening out there on the West Coast. You got the earthquakes going on all throughout the world, floods. The Lord is destroying Edomites' property. And there's already tariffs on these different countries because America don't produce enough material in this place, and it's getting all this material, all this metals from these other places, so they can't really build anything, they're getting all the material from other countries.
Yeah. So shit, this brother was just in up there in Detroit, and they already basically took all of the auto factories and shit.
Yeah.
That's what that area is famous for, right? Mm-hmm. So shit, this place ain't gonna get rebuilt, man. This shit.
Shinola. Shinola Hotel. Right across where brothers preaching shit, building up Shinola hotels downtown, and so the Edomites can gravitate toward it. Nice little shopping malls and shit like that.
And all this shit cheap.
Worthless.
And
yeah, like brothers was mentioning, man, these different tornadoes and hurricanes. It's happening, a lot in Missouri. As you know, downtown St. Louis gets flooded a lot. If you drive by on that little bridge, you can see the water, the Mississippi risen, so it's like covers the casino part.
Yep.
And it looks so you can walk down by the little bricks and stuff downtown. What is it called? Riverfront.
Yeah.
You can walk down the riverfront, and normally in the summer and stuff like that. But we're moving towards the summer, but it gets flooded a lot. Washington, Missouri, Jefferson County, Missouri gets flooded, gets hurricane. East Illinois, because this is all like a little metropolitan area, so it always gets like volcanoes and things of that nature. And so Esau has to get sandbags. sandbags and puts it in different places to help it out. You know, getting people to volunteer. I seen a video of people saying it was like building 15,000 sandbags a day just to try to help out for the floods. And it causes a lot of inconvenience, but you know that's just the fact of the matter is judgment. What's that?
That's over there at the since we're talking about the Mills Mall, which you know, me and this brother we did another video on it, but it didn't work out. But they built this back in 2003, and it was like you know, they had everything in there. They had Nike, the Nike store. They had laser tag, go karts, all the fun shit. The skate park, all the fun shit. This was even the Blues practice facility. And you know, now look at it. This shit is man. They only got the movie theater no more. They don't have the bar, the food court, none of that shit. So this place is done. They say it cost $250 million to build. That shit, it's only 2 stores in there. Two fucking stores. All that shit.
It's a new Jamestown.
Man, that shit used to be buzzing, man. Everybody was there. That shit, this place ain't doing what it used to do. That shit is, in the words of B.B. King, man, the thrill is gone. That shit, the motherfucking Steak and Shake, that's closed out front. Bob Evans, that closed too. God. All that shit is closed.
And yeah, I used to remember, man, years ago, even Pop Back Popcorn in like 2010, 11, the Mills was still had some little spark to it. But not no more. A lot of people working 440,000 square foot lease. You know, probably had everything: Barnes and Nobles, Nike, the hat shop. You know,
every store in that place, damn near every store, every booth was filled. Damn near. Now that shit is done.
Now you probably just got old lady jogging in there.
It's like just like it says in Revelations, man. The merchants shall weep. You know, of course, it's talking about America, but that's why they're gonna weep. Just like this store, these people that can't come in, they can't make money. Shit, these people they won't be able to come to America and get what they need. Because you know, every nation, you know, despite what America says about them, they can come here, they can make money, they can get that because they get a what's it called, a grant to start up a business.
I was thinking stipend.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing.
Okay.
They get a stipend. They get a boost when they come here. You know, even though for some reason they never gave that to Jake though. They never gave it to us. The people who actually fucking deserve it. So this place is gonna get what it deserves. But check it back. That you had.
Yeah. Was it any more? Hey, yeah, kind of continue.
What was it? Malachi?
No, we're still in that.
Ecclesiastes.
So I 12. Okay, God. Verse 2 it said, "While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds." Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 1. "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them."
Oh, well, we're at that, or we at 39?
Ecclesiasticus.
Okay,
yeah,
so Rock 39.
So I must have
That was
closed
good.
down. So right,
Yeah.
it's like it.
Yeah, 39.
Yeah, we get that next.
Okay, Kanye, Sirach 39, he's on verse 2. Salakia, he said, "He will keep the saying of the renowned men, and where subtile parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables. He shall serve among great men and appear before princes. He will travail through strange countries, but he hath tried the good and the evil among men." See, that sound like us, man. Travailing. "He will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer and make supplication for his sins.
That's it.
Time.
Yeah.
Yes. That's right. Ecclesiastes 12:1.
12:1. Time. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
So the grinding is ceasing right now. And you're seeing all these businesses closing. Perfect example right here on the screen. Like all these different businesses, and you got Hope Church right there. Christianity through.
Ooh. That shit closed right down. That shit is not open.
This place is done, man. It's done. It's waxing worse and worse. The morale of these people is at an all-time low. You have homosexuals and trannies that's in the political systems, pedophiles.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this place breeds. So of course this place is going to be destroyed. Because the Most High sees the wickedness of this place. Especially what it did to his people, the Israelites, so-called Native Americans.
It said, the door shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Daughters of music is brought low. Because this ain't even music no more.
Oh, man.
It's not, it's just pretty much just noise. Or just beats, right? It's beats that make your head nod up and down. Like the words, you can't even really understand what these jakes are saying. And
I ain't even gonna pull it up.
Music.
I'm gonna pull it up.
This place is just done, man. It's everything in this place just vexes the men of the Lord. From getting up in the morning, sitting in traffic. People on our job that we can't stand, you got a smile on their face, and we really just tolerate them, and being around all this wicked, excuse my language, shit,
That's right.
We sick and tired of this place. We looking to get out of this place. We're not looking to stay in this place, all right?
That's right.
See?
And this place is being brought low. Verse 5. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern.
That's it.
God. So yeah, basically, man, it's painting the image in all these things of a society that's just become desolate. Okay, because when this place was first formed, and these Edomites, they had their, the Lord is fair. Every nation has had their rulership. They've had their, Esau tell you everything wanes and it waxes, they're up and they're down. But these Edomites had that. They had their rock and roll era and World War I, World War II, and all of this shit where they could go around the world and fuck everybody up, and they had to, Miss America, and they were able to go into space, do all these wonderful things, and now though is coming to a close.
Right.
Now the sons of Jacob are starting to rise, and you got this dude, you know, this song that everybody like, the Old Town Road, and these Edomites are pissed off because it's country music, and it's, you know, they see that if Jake even taking over fucking country music, so it's pissing them off, and they refuse to acknowledge that song as country music.
Jake the one that invented. The scripture said Jacob was formed of all things.
That's right.
So if there's anything in the world, Jacob then had his hand in it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. But overall though, like the scripture says, shit, music, the daughters of music are being brought low.
Right.
That shit is coming to, you don't even need to know how to play an instrument anymore.
That's right.
That shit is
It's
done.
all digital.
Yep. That shit is through. You don't even want to listen to the new shit.
And right, kind of majority of people like myself, like we going back to the old music. Like, the music was better. I find myself listening to a lot of, you know, like music like with actual instruments that's playing. You know. You know, I had a Jake making fun of me at work saying I'm listening to elevator music.
I heard that too.
Yeah,
God.
but hey, that's the best type of music, you know?
Yep. That's right.
I want to hear all, like, you know, no music about no adultery or nothing like that.
That's right. It's supposed to boost your spirit.
Right.
God. What do we want next? That goes into, in fact, I had one, Jeremiah 25:10. It said, moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sounds of millstones and the light of the candle.
Sure.
Also talking about the desolation. So let's play, hey, that's what's happening. That voice of mirth is being taken away from this place.
Yeah.
You know, the securement that they once had. You know, they call this the heartland.
Sure.
The heartland. This is where we raise cattle and corn. And, you know, this is where a lot of raw resources come from. You know, this is, you know, America could always lean on that. But shit, now that all this stuff is cracking off all over the place, they can't even lean on that. And they're fucking over all these other nations. They just did I think it was a 5% increase on all tariffs to Mexico. So they taxing people extra. Hey, this place don't have too much longer. When you brothers have something?
I was gonna say, like, the spirit of this place is just brought down low. You know?
God.
Like, everybody depressed.
God.
Because you're not supposed to be getting up working every damn day.
Man.
You know? You're not supposed to do that. Unless we are slaves in this society, but still, even slaves need rest. But you know, you don't get no rest in this place because it's always something to worry about. You know, bills and credit scores and
Yep.
you know,
Oh shit.
somebody break on your car.
Credit score.
You know,
That shit is through. Yeah, oh man. And that's a whole nother subject for another video, man.
the scripture
Shit.
says that, hey, wisdom of this world is foolishness. You know, these, you know, majority of these women think that they doing something big, you know, by going to school and getting themselves $80,000 in debt. You know, but at the end of the day, she gonna look for a man to take care of her.
That's right.
You know, she could have just did that the first time without no debt.
I'm gonna just put it up in the camera. I'm gonna take my name off, but I'm gonna just show. You know, the brother mentioned it. Shit, I just got done kind of paying my shit off. You can see that student loans. That shit. And it's something. We own, I think it's the total now is billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Student loans.
And people can't pay all that.
Hell no.
Like you in debt for really pretty much the rest of your life.
Pretty much.
You know, you really working to pay them back. You know, you signs You basically signed over your life to work for the rest of your life.
That's right.
Real quick, can I get a precept before the spirit leave me? I was talking about, get Isaiah, since we're there, 23. Get Isaiah 23, start from 1. Who's reading when you got it up?
Okay, it said, the burden of Tyre, how ye ships of Tarshish, for it is laid waste, so that there is no house, no entering in. From the land of Kittim it is revealed to them. Be still, ye inhabitants of the isle, thou whom the merchants of Zidon that pass over the sea have replenished.
Continue.
And by great waters the seed of Sihor, the harvest of the river is her revenue, and she is a mart of nations. That's a good one. She's a mart of nations. Be thou ashamed, O Zidon, for the sea hath spoken, even the strength of the sea, saying, I travail not, nor bring forth children, neither do I nourish up young men, nor bring up virgins. As the report concerning Egypt, so shall they be sorely pained at the report of Tyre. Pass ye over to Tarshish, how ye inhabitants of the isle.
Yeah.
Is it your joyous city, whose antiquity is of ancient days? Her own feet shall carry her afar off to sojourn. Who hath taken this counsel against Tyre, the crowning city, whose merchants are princes, whose traffickers are the honorable of the earth? The Lord of hosts hath purposed it to stain the pride of all glory, and to bring into contempt all the honorable of the earth. Pass through thy land as a river, O daughter of Tarshish, there is no more strength. God, he stretched out his hand over the sea, he shook the kingdoms. The Lord hath given a commandment against the merchant city to destroy the strongholds thereof. And he said, thou shalt no more rejoice, O thou oppressed virgin, daughter of Zidon. Arise, pass over to Kittim, thou also shalt thou have no rest.
Now stop. When you read this, you have to picture in your mind, what are these cities nowadays? And look up that word, Baba Kashab, merchant.
Merchant.
Yeah, because that's important when you brothers are going into the infrastructure and the building blocks of this place. Because who controls the sea? Who controls the ways and the ships and things of that nature that gets imported? Things, the goods and the grains and the corn that gets imported into this nation, man. Esau does.
Right.
Esau has everything on lock, man. You can get more info on this by watching Elder Ariella with in his videos as he breaks it down, man. Him and another brother break it down on the algorithm of this place.
Okay.
You know, and really getting into read the definition of the shop.
Okay, got it. It said merchant.
Yeah.
A person or company involved in wholesale trade, especially one dealing with foreign countries or supplying merchandise to a particular trade.
So where you get these Starbucks and McDonald's and the Walmarts, Esau gets that all shipped in, man.
Okay, right.
You see, he has controls of the seas. He has controls of the highways.
Okay.
You know, the people of the people who drive the vehicles, the people who are signing off on these wholesale things, man. Esau has wholesale goods that he sells, and he gets it from these different nations. Because I believe Zidon is over there in Lebanon. Okay, because he does these trades with these different nations. Because America doesn't create anymore.
That's right.
All they do is what's the word for it? Get stuff shipped in. You know, he doesn't do any
transport.
Middleman and shit.
Yeah, he doesn't do any of that anymore.
They basically enslaved the whole world. Because you have, like, for example, you might call the cell phone provider, and you might have somebody from East India answer the damn phone and help you out. You know, because the so-called white man, he's in all these other different countries.
Import, that's right.
He's making garrisons, setting up military bases, and having these people accept his way of life. Like, for example, you had that Iranian woman on that damn light pole twerking, Hey, and that's pretty much how these women over here in the western part of the world act. These nations have drunken the so-called white man's wine. His wine is just pure wickedness because he's the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Sure.
That's his job, is to push wickedness throughout the face of the planet.
Yeah, in the ancient world, and back in those days, you had a lot of things popping off as far as business, man.
Yeah.
As far as what needs to get done and making moves. That's where you get the Chaldeans from. Who are the modern day Chaldeans? The elite bankers, the people who are behind the scenes making moves, man, trying to making this place continue. Who's making this place continue? The slaves. That's working for them. Without us continually pushing this place, working, spending money, paying bills, paying taxes, this place wouldn't continue. Commerce, buying things. That's why people aren't buying things anymore, because they don't have the spirit to it anymore.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, why do you think these places are shut down? We go over it all the time, man. There's things, stores shutting down and going out of business for good. No good riddance.
Yeah.
That's all through the spirit, man. Things that we grew up as a kid buying and things of that nature, is no more. It's totally stripped, man. Hey, why do y'all about shimmy shot for that? Because you see, we're seeing it like the prophets of old wanted us to see.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I think it's a little bit more on that one. Scripture.
Oh, so.
Because it's important, because we don't only want to, cause it's not like these places are getting replaced. Kmart's going out of business. You ain't seeing a new version of Kmart getting built up. So guess what? It's just downfall.
So like that was Isaiah 29, you there? Was it 23?
23.
Okay, yeah.
John past verse 10, we got it. Read verse 14 now. Read verse 13.
This was Isaiah 23:13. Behold, the land of the Chaldeans, this people was not to the Assyrian, founded it for them that dwell in the wilderness. They set up the towers thereof, they raised up the palaces thereof, and he brought it to ruin. How ye ships of Tarshish, for your strength is laid waste.
Right, so Isaiah was telling you, hey, how the ships of Tarshish, how for these different things that are going on that getting benefited from.
Like the Navy ships and the Coast Guard, they transport a lot of these goods from these other countries over. That's how the so-called white man took power. It's through his military. He can transport, goods on his Navy vessels, his aircraft carriers and whatnot.
Yeah, Tarshish is Spain. Yep. So.
It is Tarshish is in Spain, and it's like down there.
Yep. They basically had control over the whole Mediterranean Sea. And that's what all of the kingdoms in the Bible, that's what they was basically fighting over. And that's why it's called the Mediterranean Sea, middle of the earth sea. They wanted that sea that connected the middle of the earth.
Yep. You have it, man. And all the prophets of old, man, which are weird the ones, with lots coming back. Prophets are still on planet Earth to this day. So, we're coming in that same spirit of speaking ill to this place. Bringing this down with our words. I mean, really not ours, it's through scriptures.
Right.
So it was 2 Peter 3.
And real quick, because Esau like to say that see, he just gives that good look of like you see a Edomite construction worker with neon on, he's in a truck and getting a Slurpee from him. He's a good old boy. He's a white guy. Like, fuck no, man. This dude's a devil, man.
Yeah, God, that's
You
right.
know?
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody, he gets a pass on everything and shit, man.
Yep.
It's just the monotony of this place is wicked, man.
That's right.
You know, that's why you should want this place to continue.
That's right. Hey, he started to get 1,000 passes, man.
Yeah.
But shit, hey, he's gonna get in the kingdom. He's gonna get 1,000 lashes.
Exactly.
So we're gonna end it off on this, cause hey, like brothers are beginning to say, I hear a lot through the spirit. Hey, what's the point? You know, get to the point. What are you trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
But shit, the point we're trying to say is you gotta pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta watch. You know, if you're coming into the faith, you're new to the faith. Well, even if you're not new to the faith, you know, you gotta keep your watch, because you had a lot of brothers who were, you know, they had a fiery spirit. They were in, you know, in the truth for however long, and then they gave up on the watch. Look, I don't want to watch. I want to rest. I want to chill. But shit, now is the time for fucking resting and chilling. You still can get got, so you might as well watch and serve the Lord. But it said 2 Peter 3:10. Hey, 'cause that's what it means when it says a thief in the night. But the day of the Lord, and this is something that's, you know, we've all heard it before, but you really gotta think. You know, you gotta think of like an Ocean's 11 movie or something. Thief in the night. You know, you coming in pitch black. You coming to steal. The day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the earth shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
And what's that fervent heat of?
That's the missiles.
Exactly. And just like how much the Lord the Most High came with the destruction via flood, via water, which is another cleansing agent. Now he made a promise according to alluding to the scriptures that he was not going to flood this earth place no more. You see, he's going to come now with a new cleansing agent, a new, better, firm element, which is fire. There's going to be a nuclear missile that's going to hit this place, man. But before that, this whole place is going to be looking like shit. This whole place is going to look crumbled, man. Like you've seen in I Am Legend and things of that nature. The scriptures, brothers read it, how this place should be darkened, you know, cloudy. It's going to be looking gloomy. It's going to look like that, and then the destruction is going to come, man.
That's right.
And it's going to be one big old swoop, man.
That's right.
So you don't want to get caught off guard, because it's going to roll fast. That's what we're saying.
That's right.
That's what the Aki is saying. What is the end game? What is it? It means is pay attention, man.
That's right.
Because it's going to come fast. It's not going to be no big old post-apocalypse. Motherfuckers walking around like a robot, half robot. No. It's going to be some real shit, man.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, because they got this show, you know, I ain't trying to make it long, but they got this show, Chernobyl, where they show this nuclear power plant over in Russia, and it explodes, and these people start to get this radiation, you know, this nuclear radiation that just shows the shit that happens to them. And look at the dog, god damn.
Yeah.
And that's just from one nuclear power plant that reacted like that. So imagine when these missiles and these bombs are gonna go off. Look at this, man. That's bad, man. Shh.
That's scary.
Yeah. So, oh man.
That's scary.
Imagine what's gonna happen when those missiles come, man. You don't wanna go through that.
Yeah, have you seen that movie Day After? Was old school, which was actually based off of Kansas City. So that's where they hold a lot of missiles from. That movie tells you a lot. It reveals a lot. So, because that radiation slowly deteriorates your body, even if that nuclear, let's say you don't get directly hit by a nuclear missile, whatever the case is, with a reaction. Whatever that radiation is still going to affect you. It's going to deteriorate you and kill you from the inside out afterwards. So either way, it's going to be crazy. Detrimental. So
You know, ain't no coming back from that shit.
Yeah.
And these people have millions of nuclear missiles, not thousands, millions. And them motherfuckers cost. You gotta do maintenance, right? They gotta have the people come in and inspect the facility.
Yeah.
Yep, they gotta rebuild them, redesign them. They gotta try to redo all that shit, and they gotta keep spending money on that shit. They're not doing that shit just for the fuck of it. They trying to push the button. Look, it's the time. Push the button, and the Lord is gonna guide their hand to push that button.
Did you have a scripture in Habakkuk? Because I see it. Oh yeah, read verse 3.
Okay, Con.
No. Start at 1.
Okay, Con. It's Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Right, so Habakkuk said the groundworks, making it plain and simple for you to understand it.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
There you go, pretty simple, plain and simple, man. That's the milk. First coming into the truth, brothers see that Habakkuk 2:1, okay, it's not going to take forever, it's going to surely come. I know it's tarrying, I know it's really slow, because we like to have it the way you have it in this truth.
Right.
To come whenever, because you run, stop going through this hell as our people, as a man of war as well, but we have to understand there's still prophecies to fulfill, so the vision is yet for a point in time. It tells you that this place has basically directly paraphrasing that this place has an expiration date. Right. So it's not going to go on forever. Because the Lord deals with long suffering. And I want to make a point because you said missiles. I remember it was last year how they had that emergency text message.
Oh yeah.
And you did speak to something about being caught off guard. The thief of the night.
Yep.
And as brothers know, when a missile, I'm not trying to be funny, but when a missile is launched, that's the game over. All cards are on the table.
That's it, man.
It takes half an hour roughly till your ass.
So you better start praying, man.
Jesus.
Don't try to call the brothers and panic. You better start praying.
We still trying to make it shit.
That's right.
So much more for you.
That's right. Put up prayers for yourself and your brother, and that's all you can do.
Yep. And this is going to happen in your lifetime, so we're just forewarning you, so it will behoove you to really grasp what we're talking about, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? We can talk to you till you blue in the face, till we blue in the face, but you have to be persuaded. Like the brothers was persuaded to come into the truth and to deal with the Lord dealing with us. So you have to be persuaded as well. You guys out there on the comment board making little opinions and not going out. It's time out for that, man. It's time to really hunker down.
That's right.
Chernobyl, is that a TV series?
It's a place in
it happened?
Yeah. It's a nuclear power plant that exploded. It's in I want to say Russia. Ukraine, north of Ukraine, yeah. So, yep. So, 2 Peter 3:11, it says, seeing that all of these things shall be dissolved, all this stuff is going to be done away with. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Plain and simple. What manner of persons are you to be? Because every man stumbles. Scripture say a righteous man falls 7 times, but you better get back up. You better not keep going down that same path that you went down to fuck up.
Yeah, because the temptation is everywhere. Down the street, around the corner, behind you.
That's right.
Everywhere you step, man, it's Satan's tugging and pulling, especially seeing that things are getting closer. You just got to get stronger, as best you can through the spirit. So,
That's right.
knocking off and deflecting these demons and hearing and being in the spirit, which is not a very easy thing to do, but try.
That's right.
I don't know about the Zion, we see this place destroyed soon.
I want to rock the Zion.
Hey man, that's pretty much it. Straight to the point. We, Lord willing, even more things happen.
That's right.
So you can see we're always after a year, waiting on our Lord, doing what we have to do, man. Don't listen to the false camps out there. These false preachers telling you the missiles ain't what they are, the UFOs, that's a stumbling block as well. That's temptation as well. They're leading sheep to the ditch. Wolves in sheep's clothing.
Sure.
Speaking like they're good, and they're telling you what's right and what's according to the scriptures, but it's not. Geno Jennings and Vocab Malone, these pseudo-Israelite groups, you gotta be one of them as well. Because the internet's gonna be shut down. That ego shit, that sloppy, that ego stuff, that looking cool because you got a YouTube page. No, bro, we deal straight with the facts and with the scriptures, man.
Right.
You gonna have to stand out there when the internet's done and what you believe, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All that yapping and trying to talk crap about us. Yeah.
That's right. And like the brother said, you're going to have to stand on what you believe in.
Yeah.
You're going to have to stand, live, and die by it. So,
and when they do implement the mark of the beast, you're going to understand that you said that there wasn't a mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. When that becomes mandatory, hey, you got to be 100% blind if you can't see that. It's obvious that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Obvious.
Who knows how that's going to be implemented, You can't call it. You don't know how, man, whether it be through a national disaster or natural disaster, whether it be through economic collapses. We know that eventually it's going to come.
Yeah.
That chip, that plurality.
There want to be a gang of Edomites at your job, okay? Hey everybody, Friday we're gonna chip everybody, and we're gonna have a new system. You come in, you get this chip. Starting Monday, everybody has to have a chip. It's mandatory. If not, or you're fired. You're gonna do it. That's what I mean.
We're going to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash.
Dumbass, to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessing, salutation to you Akim, sincere Aqua that do listen, man. That being humble as well, man. Till Lord willing was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.
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 Shalom.